Hey y'all, what's going on? Happy 2024. This is my first video of the new year. And anyway, I hope everybody is happy, healthy, hydrated, and all that good stuff. So what I really wanted to come on here to do is just to speak to y'all. I said I'll start giving y'all more like of the sit down chit chats, and it's going to be a change of scenery because it is getting very cold where I am, so I won't be able to do a whole lot of the meditation videos outside, but I'm just going to move them inside. So it'll be the same, but just on the inside. We will be in the house now. We inside now. So today I just really want to talk a little bit about ancestor veneration. For those who don't know what ancestor veneration is, it is a way that we honor our ancestors who have passed on before us. It is not worshiping. A lot of people get those two confused. It is not worshiping, it is honoring them. You honor them as if though they are still here. Just as you honor them in the present, in the physical, you will honor them in the spiritual. Talk about with ancestor veneration is how beautiful it is to honor our ancestors. So the ones who have actually come before us, I really have a heartfelt message that came from one of my ancestors as well that I'm gonna tell you guys about in a little bit. But what I wanted to say is it's a beautiful thing to honor your ancestors. Don't let anybody tell you that it's demonic or that you shouldn't do it or that is anything that is not, but I do have an altar that I have my ancestors on. I have my father who has passed on before me, my grandmother, and my granddad. And they are the same people that they were in the physical than they are in the spiritual. I say that. I remember one time my dad came through in a reading that I had, and he came through in another way just to give me that advice, hey, you talking too much, shh, quiet. And my grandfather, he's always been very wise. So I just want to say that your ancestors always come through the same as they were in the spiritual. I'm not saying that they are the same way, because they can change, but I'm just saying the way they get messages to you is still in their cadence. If your grandmother was a wise person, she's going to still come to you in dreams and visions and give you that wise advice that she once did. She's just going to have another way of getting it to you. Same thing with other ancestors. So one of my dreams that I had, and I don't know this ancestor, but I do know in fact that she is an ancestor. So I had a dream that I walked into this kitchen. It was like an old style kind of kitchen. The floor was wood. A lot of the appliances were wood. It was like an old style kitchen. But I walked in. I had on all white. And my ancestor, she had her back turned to me. She had a pot and was stirring and mixing and, preparing something. And I walked in the kitchen. I had on all white. I was barefoot. I sat down. She still had her back turned to me. She was just kind of in the kitchen, just, doing her thing. And I remember she had on all white as well, and she turned around and she put one of her hands on my stomach, and then she put another on my chest, over my heart. And then she removed her hands and she got my hands up like this, and she poured like herbs into my hands. I don't want to start crying, but y'all, it was so beautiful. And what I translated in that dream, in that message that she was able to give me, because she was a medicine woman, she was a healing woman, which is my purpose that I've been put here for. I've been here to, heal people. A lot of you may not know, but of course I have this channel. I talk about healing, your mind and being well, and journaling, doing a lot of shadow work for the wellness, for your temple, for your being. And I also am vegan. I do a lot of plant-based things. If you guys want to follow my channel, it's Exquisite Palette. I'll drop it down below. But I also just believe in being well everywhere, to balance yourself, well with what you think, well with what you're putting into your mind, with what we're listening to, well in what we're digesting in our mouths and going into our system. This is our holy temple, and we must treat it as such. And I understand we're going to have slip-ups every now and again, because I do. And what she was telling me in that dream, before you start trying to heal other people, baby, you need to heal yourself. You need to heal yourself. Because at that time, I was doing a lot of emotional eating. I was, in a sense, kind of stuffing myself, because I'm an emotional eater. I would get anxious, especially when I was working on like projects or anything that I was uncertain about. I went to the one thing that I could control, was food. So I started, in a sense, like overindulging in things that I knew I wasn't supposed to, like with food. And I was just like, okay, well, ooh, I need to stop this. And then I would end up just feeling like just miserable. But yeah, that was one of the things that she told me. She was like, you're gonna heal so many people throughout your healing, but you need to heal yourself. You need to heal your gut. Stop stuffing yourself. Stop overindulging in things that you know is not serving your body. And stop eating all this stuff that you know is not good for you. Even though you're vegan, you can still eat junk food. I don't know what people think this is, but yeah, like vegan, just because you're vegan, I don't mean you're healthy. You could be down in Doritos and Oreos. All of those things are vegan, and French fries, but they're not really the best thing for you. But we give yourself grace. I gave myself grace, and I just understood, like, hey, portion your food. When you're anxious, do something else besides stuffing yourself to take your mind off the anxiousness. Go and journal, go and pray, go and meditate. Just be still. But tonight on Clubhouse, for the ones who want to come, we are talking about ancestor veneration, and we're going to do it a little bit more in detail. I have like my notes and everything. I've done a little bit of research, and I'm going to tell you guys from my experience, what I've experienced through like ancestors and visions and messages, and how they communicate with me. Because one thing about your ancestors, they're going to communicate with you. If they want to get a message out to you, they're going to get it out to you, baby. They don't care where you at. If you could be on YouTube watching a random video, and that person in that video that you watching can say some stuff that's aligning with you, and you be like, oh, are they talking to me? That's your ancestors talking to you. That's them getting that message to you. Your ancestors and God. If God want to get a message to you, he gonna get it to you. He don't care where you at. You can be driving, listen to the radio, and a little ad come on or something come on. It's for you. Well, anyways, I'm not gonna talk y'all to death, but I just wanted to pop in here, and I hope everybody is well. I hope everybody is starting their new year off in a great space. If you are not, the year is just beginning. Like I always say, be kind to yourself, be open, stay hydrated, and be well. I love y'all so much. And I hope to see some of you guys tonight in my Clubhouse. And remember, the link is in my Insta bio, which is linked inside of my TikTok bio. I don't know why TikTok won't let me put it in the link in here, but I'm sorry, y'all. But yeah, it's called But You Spiritual, though. So for those who want to join, no pressure. Whenever you're ready to join, it's always going to be there every Wednesday at 7 p.m. All right. I love y'all. See you next time.